Hey everybody, Jordan from Back Society here. Do me a favor and click that subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single episode. Now, back to grinding. Moving on. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Guys, it's a whole new year. We're going into 2025. I know some of us have made plans, Chris. I don't know about Scott. But do we have any New Year's resolutions coming over here? What do we want to accomplish for Back Society 2025?
Oh man, I can't believe first of all, I can't believe it's 2025.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy to me. This year flew by.
It did.
It always does.
I know, it's sad. The years are definitely speeding up.
Yeah, I don't
It's
like
one
it.
of the,
I'm gonna wake up.
one of the side effect of getting older.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, so I've been thinking about this a lot, right? One, everybody's just cutting weight, getting in shape. I've definitely been slacking the last couple months. Hard.
Same here.
It's hard.
I
Been drinking a lot of beer.
My
A
mom
lot of burger.
gave me some burger cookies, and I haven't had that in years.
God, I love burger cookies.
Dude,
Shit's so good.
So like, yeah, getting back in shape. Number one. Number two, definitely got to start. I got to finish my master's degree. That's like high up on my list. High up on my list. At least like I want to, by the end of next year, I want to be like, okay, I only got like one more year left.
Mhm.
And I had a third one. Oh, like just focusing on like coding and a couple other things. Like skill wise, right? Like increase my skill set. That's my big thing. Those are my big.
I like
three.
it. You want me to go next?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So this is what I have planned, right? I want to completely change my mindset, right? I want to act like this is my last year alive. Like if you had 1 year to live,
So you're gonna
Right?
lock in.
you just gotta lock in.
Hold on. Can I challenge that then?
Yeah,
What are you locking in for if you only got 1 year to live?
to
Why'd you-
live,
What isn't it just enjoying life?
pretty much.
So you got a
So
bucket
what-
list or something you want to
Yeah.
accomplish?
So how are you gonna enjoy life?
Well, more. I feel like more. What I'm gonna do more is be more present as much as I possibly can. Right.
because you're no longer on night shift, right?
This is So starting January 10th, I am no longer on graveyard. So I won't be. I know I won't be getting out at 5, 4, 6 in the morning. You know, I'll have a life.
Yeah.
I can go out if I want.
Yeah.
But the main thing for me is I could get up early. Like my body works better if I could get up early and I go to sleep at night. I don't see the sun anymore.
That's most
But-
people though. That's how the human body's supposed to work.
Well,
Mine
go to
does
sleep
not
at
work
night.
like that. I lock in at night. It's weird. Like something just switches on my brain and I can just do anything. Like I do half my work. I do like my job since I'm remote. I can work whenever I want. I do half of it in the morning and half at night. And at night, everything is always better.
I can see that. I feel like because I think that's a mindset thing too. Because like in the morning, you're like, I got all this whole day ahead of me. At night, you're like, I got to get this in because I got to get to sleep. You know what I mean? Your body's like, like let's get it done.
I don't know. When it comes to like, because coding, involves a lot of logic, things just, I don't know. It just starts clicking at night for some reason.
Yeah, I can see that. Your brain's probably like a little more fueled.
Mhm.
I don't know. Anyways, continue, Mr. Day Shift.
Oh, well, I just want to, I kind of just want to, I want to be very more present, try and bring presence everywhere that I go, get out of the mind, be more zen. But I really want to be like have that mentality. Like, I think that also kills procrastination, right? If you have that mentality, like, hey, this is my last year alive, like, what would you do, right? Like, I just want to have that mentality, like, this is it. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, with death, everybody, that's the thing that's guaranteed is death. But a lot of people don't live because they're just trapped in their minds. They're just trapped doing whatever. But if you just be like, hey, I just want to give life everything I got. You have 1 year to give life everything you have.
So you're saying like fast forward 1 year. It's 1 year later. It's December 30th, 2025. The thing you want to say you did this year the most is you experienced a shit ton of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got a lot of things done.
Like what? Like what things?
Like, I still want to make content.
Hmm.
I want to do a whole lot of things. I mean, like I'm never really able to like, I would say like, just like dial in or anything, because I've always been like so exhausted, or like, always had to.
I get that.
Yeah, like you go to work and then you can't leave work, especially if you work the schedule that I work.
Oh yeah, I always brought my laptop. Always grabbed it for lunch.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's just so hard, to shoot content. I want to shoot content, edit content. I really want to edit this podcast too, so we can get it out quicker.
Do you are you plan on like taking more off of work or anything, or like are you gonna work less hours, or how are you gonna balance that?
Like I probably will work the same amount of hours, the same amount of days, but I do know my body. I know me, and I know my body functions so much better when I sleep at like
At night?
at night,
Yeah.
and I wake up early in the day. Like it just works so much.
So you
better.
think just changing that like circadian rhythm's gonna just improve everything? Just right off the bat?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So I'm excited for that. And I just I have my own personal projects that I want to get done. That's I really want to do. Like I want to get Bad Karma off the ground. I want to do all of that stuff,
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to lock in, especially I feel like in January I want to set the tone.
Yeah,
like January is setting the tone,
and that's the thing too with the carnivore diet. We just reset. Like you just all right. So for the carnivore diet, you just reset. Like
I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
I'm not excited. I hope Scott's excited for the lion diet, because I saw that there's just no fucking
lion diet that's dumb. I can't do that.
No, I'm doing that.
I'll be too miserable. I still got kids and stuff. That's enough misery.
No, it's not.
Not to mention, it's just all red meat. That's all you're doing. Like my heart is not that strong, man.
It's not as bad as you think. It's
meat, red meat, salt and water, right?
Right. And the only reason why
I need coffee.
That sounds pretty bad.
What I mean, like, here's the thing, like,
well, you need salt for the electrolytes.
I was looking at the website, and the dude was just like, for the first few weeks, you might experience flu-like symptoms on this diet.
Yeah, that's like keto, though. That's keto. That's the keto flu.
I suppose, but like, I'm not gonna get any better by just eating red meat.
Have you done
No, he hasn't.
carnivore before?
No, I've only done paleo.
So
he hasn't even done keto.
Oh, I love keto. Keto got me fired up.
So it's like, so this is gonna be a whole new experience for Jordan. That's why it's kind of be like
I'm excited, man. Like I will say, like last time I did carnivore, I definitely primarily ate red meat. I had to like force myself to eat eggs and stuff, but it was just red meat. And like a little bit of chicken.
I love it.
But man, like it was so easy, just frying up a couple steaks, just crushing them. Oh my god!
It's hard the first week because you have cravings, but then after that week, you like you kind of set the tone and you're like, I don't really need to eat because you're not hungry as much. And then like if you are hungry, you just eat and then like you just try and sleep. But the thing is, like I always incorporate Zen because when you get cravings, your mind just starts racing.
Yeah,
so it's better to like see through that. The cravings and the racing of the mind, and you just like become present. That's why I always like to like it's gonna be nice if you do both, and then you just reset for the month. Like it's gonna be a long month. January is always notorious for being so long, and you just have to accept it and just.
I know I'm not excited for the gym because of January.
Yeah, it's just packed.
It's just packed. A bunch of Zoomers that don't know what they're doing, and it's gonna suck.
But I'm curious, Jordan. How are you? Are you think you're gonna do the carnivore diet? Like, how
Yeah,
long do you
I'm gonna
think?
do it. I already
gonna
got a
do it
shit
for a
ton of
month?
chicken breast and some steak, so
Just
I'm
just
pretty much ready.
just make sure you got a bathroom close by at all times. Because
Dude,
I'm
it's not
telling you,
the first time I eliminated carbs from my diet.
bro, it's different when it's only meat though.
I never.
Like-
You know what? I never had a problem with the bathroom.
It's not a problem. It's just like it happened more often than I would like it to happen.
Well, thank
Yeah.
goodness I work remote.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's monsters. It can be monsters in the beginning. You gotta be
Yeah, I'm
careful.
not excited for that, but it's
Yeah.
gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Again, it's not the first time I eliminated carbs from my diet. It worked for me pretty well. I had abs for like a good month, 2 months. It was pretty
I'll say this: the hardest part for me about carnivore is fruit. I
Yeah.
like fruit.
You're kind of fruity.
Thanks, appreciate that.
When it comes to fruit, I like. I'm simple. Give me a tangerine or a clementine or a banana.
You know what though? Okay, so like, if like, so I do that. Like, I typically like I'm on carnivore like 90% of the time, but I do know like if I stay on carnivore for like 2-3 weeks, like I know like everything, it like my whatever is inside of me crashes.
Mm.
Like it just completely like crashes, and I think. I think at that point I would need to incorporate fruit.
Mm.
Like sugars. Like
Yeah, because
are you like pre-diabetic?
huh?
That sounds like pre-diabetic kind of stuff.
No, I just
Like if you're getting like sugar crash, like that's kind of crazy.
not like sugar crashes. I just feel like my hormones crash.
Well,
Oh,
it's like after you work out or something, your glucose levels are just like depleted, and sometimes you will feel pretty fucked up without a little bit of sugar.
Not
I mean,
not me,
I
though.
did carnivore for a month before, and I never like crashed. I felt like pretty steady state the
Yeah,
whole time.
I think for me it's like if I get to a point to like a very low body percentage.
Like body fat percentage.
Yeah, like I feel it. Like I completely like. Right,
Interesting.
but it takes me like a long time though. But I mean, like I could, because typically I only eat. If I eat, I typically only eat once a day, and I only eat at night.
Yeah, same. I might like have something small. Like lately, I've been like snacking on like cashews during the day.
Yeah,
But like honestly, I sustain myself on like coffee.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like-
same here.
And when I'm like working, like I feel like I don't really like think, so I don't get hungry. Like I'm like so focused, I just don't even eat. Like I'm never really that hungry. And by the time I'm hungry, I'm like, I'm about to go home. Might as well
Right.
just wait till dinner.
Every
And
time
it-
it's
and-
like 3:00 for me, my stomach is just like, bro, you need to eat now. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but it's like every time it hits 3, I start to starve.
I don't. For me, it kills my drive. Like throughout the whole day, if I eat something, I'm like content. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm content. I'm like, nah, I just want to be lazy. But if I don't eat, I have like this hunger, like this drive. Like it's weird. It's weird.
I think the hardest part for me on this carnivore diet is that I'm so used to like waking up and having like a protein shake with some BCAAs, and like weaning off
You-
of that might be.
You still can.
It's not very carnivore.
I mean, you
I
can
mean,
still have a
BCAA,
protein shake.
sure, it's like 0 calories. It's basically a vitamin, but like the protein shake is not from
Yeah,
an
it's
animal.
whey, usually, right?
It's like whey.
Well, whey isn't that the leftover of let's look it
People-
up.
I mean, like you could still have a protein shake.
Hey, if you saying I can do it, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
say less.
you know, it's
You know, the one thing I got to do is, and I'm looking into it this week, is I got to buy like a smokeless grill or like some kind of like George Foreman kind of thing.
smokeless.
Dude, I got the Ninja one. It's fucking awesome.
Is it really good?
Yeah, it's really awesome.
A
I don't wanna
smokeless
say
grill
grill,
isn't real.
What's up?
A smokeless grill, because I
No,
had I
because you
bought
got
like,
like a cheap Chinese knockoff, like $20 off of Amazon, dude.
I've been
You
bamboozled
showed me
too
that
many
picture.
times.
You showed me the picture of it. I was like, dude, that looks like it's about to blow up.
Yeah, it looked like it was like covered in smoke.
I've been bamboozled.
It's like because I love grilling because we eat a lot of steak. Like we probably have ribeye 2 or 3 times a week
I mean,
already.
there you
And but I'm always like pumped. You know, I always get the grill on. I'm like, I can't do that 7 days a week. I need something where I could just like
Mhm.
throw it on, forget about it.
yeah.
So that's something I got to buy tomorrow.
Dude,
Is
if
like a
you are
flat
getting
top.
a smokeless grill, dude, that Ninja one, I forget what it's called, but it's been working wonders.
Yeah.
It's called the Ninja Griddle and Indoor Grill. Okay, not very.
Or
the
if-
Ninja Sizzle. That's what they call it.
or you just
It's like $100.
or you could like like sometimes what I would do is I would cook like 3 or 4 steaks at a time and then just
Yeah.
pop them in the microwave.
Nah, that's gross.
I like.
I mean,
I like my.
I'm not doing it. I like it fresh. I don't like leftover steak.
I have
If
I have a Japanese Wagyu though in the fridge that I'm looking forward to tonight.
If I have leftover steak, I'm searing it up in butter. Like it's like I'm not popping the mic. What lazy like, bro? You're trying to be more present. Why don't you just enjoy what you're eating?
I do. What are you talking? I do enjoy what I'm eating.
With your nuked steak? That's gross, dude.
Hey,
Well done too. I bet it's well done.
Dude, when times get rough, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
When times get rough, you eat ramen. What are you talking about?
When times get rough, you put that ribeye in the.
If you're eating ribeye, times are tough, and you're
Dude,
popping
I'm
in the
not
microwave.
having a
Yeah,
microwave ribeye. That's like a slap to
you
God, dude.
dude, yeah, that cow is gonna haunt you in your dreams.
All I'm saying,
Like
hold
if
on,
it's a
here's my
shitty
thing.
steak, fine.
Way to disrespect
Here-
nature.
But like a
Picture this.
ribeye, dude, you gotta treat a ribeye with respect, dude. That's
Stop
like,
it. Picture
You gotta
this.
treat that and like a filet mignon with respect, dude. You can't nuke that.
Hold on, filet mignon for sure. But picture this, right? You just work
Ribeye
12
over filet mignon any day.
I don't know. I do ribeye because it's just a little cheaper.
But okay, but here, picture this,
Filet's
right?
overrated.
You do
I think it's
12
good,
hours,
especially when it's like butter.
you work 12 hours, you entertain everybody, 3,000 people. You get
So
home,
nuke your ribeye.
you're exhausted, you're tired, you don't even feel like eating, but you're like, I gotta eat something. And you just put that ribeye in the microwave and
That's fine, but just
that's
not
what I'm
the
saying.
ribeye. Just get another steak. Don't do it to the ribeye.
If I have something that I'm like pre-making that's like on standby, it's usually like chicken, shredded chicken or something like that. You know,
Yeah, that's true too. I do
Mm.
that too.
like I'm not doing that with like a ribeye, bro. If I'm having a ribeye, I'm there to enjoy myself. At the very least, put a pan on the stove,
Mm.
melt some butter, and just warm that bad boy up.
Enjoy
That's
it,
all you-
dude. Pretend you're that traitor from the Matrix.
Yeah, I know the steak ain't real,
Niggas are real.
but it only takes like 4 or 5 minutes to like do that. If you can't afford 4 or 5 minutes to enjoy your food,
Yeah, because a ribeye, you
what
don't
can
really.
you enjoy?
A medium rare ribeye it doesn't take long to make.
Okay, all right. Well, I cannot wait because I'm gonna be honest with you. When you guys start doing this every day, you ask me, you're gonna be like near the end, you're gonna be like, you know what? I just started popping that in the microwave. I didn't feel like prep the grill. I didn't feel like sitting there waiting.
What are you
all
talking,
that.
bro?
Dude,
I cook
almost
every
never use
night.
my
What are you
microwave.
talking about? I don't use the microwave.
You grill every night?
I cook every night.
You cook every night?
Yes,
Yeah,
100% of the time.
All right then.
I don't cook
know what
every night. I have a girlfriend for that. That's why I have her.
Do you know what we microwave is? Popcorn. That's what the microwave's for.
I even use the stove for that. I got that little like
Okay. Okay.
Well, I have an induction stove, so I can't.
But
do
I'm
that.
just saying, by the end of January, you're gonna be like, all right, I'm done with grilling or cooking steak.
Nah.
It just I'm not eating my ribeye like a stick of beef jerky, dude. It's not happening.
If anything, the only thing after a month is you're just craving variety.
Yeah.
You're just bored. It's more so than anything else.
Yeah, that's the part that's going to be the
It-
hardest for me
you know.
because I get bored very fast.
Alcohol gonna be tough. Not
Yeah,
drinking
no
beer.
alcohol. My bar is like is lighting up, dude. It wants me to come near.
But then you'll feel a lot better after that month.
I mean, I need a hard reset. My body
Yeah.
is.
Hard reset.
I'm
Same
almost
here,
200
dude.
pounds. I need to lose some
Yeah.
weight.
Jeez, you're
Yeah.
200 pounds?
I'm 198, dude. Almost there.
Jeez.
I'm
Jeez.
205.
Yeah, I'm like 210.
I didn't realize I was surrounded by fatties.
We're not fat. We're big backs.
Bro.
Big back. That's not a compliment.
They
You know how
call
big boned?
big
The
bump.
new term is big back.
Yeah, I'm like 210. But I cut at like 190. Like if I get to like 193, 194, shredded.
Well, I cut down to usually like 175.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get to 175.
If I get to 180, I'm happy.
But you know what though? Most of the time, it's not even like you're fat. I swear to God, too, it's all like you're inflamed. Like it's constantly like you're just inflamed.
Mm.
Like that first week of just eating, you're gonna lose like 10,
I
15
know.
pounds.
I
just
know
off
it's
of
gonna be
water.
crazy.
It'd
Yeah.
be crazy.
Just off of water because you're just so inflamed. Like right now, I see my face is extremely inflamed. It is so bad. I see it. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, for my New Year's goal, I'm hoping to get abs again. And
That's your goal?
That's one of my goals.
But here's the thing. I mean, like the weight thing is cool, but at the same time, you're gonna feel a lot better. You're not gonna have brain fog. The inflammation in your body is gonna go down tremendously. You're gonna be able to think more clearer. It's gonna be so much.
And the definition of carnivore is any animal product, right? Milk,
Right.
That's what I'm doing.
Right.
cheese, butter.
I need me
Yeah.
some cheese.
Butter.
Yeah. What about spices? Salt. Salt's good. Salt and pepper. I usually just stick with salt and pepper.
Yeah, that's all you need for steak anyway.
But I like to put a little bit of oregano on my steak.
What?
Oh, that's a plant.
A little bit of oregano and garlic powder, bro. My steaks
Fire.
are fucking fire.
Take
You're missing out.
Take your word.
No.
Oregano.
I'm telling you, just a little bit,
Just a smidgen.
Yeah.
Jordan, are you gonna make steaks or what are you gonna do? How you gonna?
I'm gonna mostly stick to steaks and chicken.
Yeah.
Maybe some pork every now and then. Bacon. Love me some bacon.
Oh,
Bacon is
bacon.
fire, dude. Bacon be
I
fire.
like a thick cut, and I like it like not crispy.
Yeah, I like it right in the middle, like
Yeah.
between chewy. Like I want a little bit of crisp on the end, but I want that chewy
Mm.
fat part
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, because that little crisp on the end, that's where all the flavor is.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I
That's
gotta
what
buy
I'm
some
talking about.
bacon.
I
I wish I knew how to cook pork better.
just got a meat grinder too, so I'm gonna be using that.
What do you mean you don't know how to cook pork?
I don't cook it enough to I don't have any recipe. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I get what you're saying.
and I like my steaks. I can kind of cook by eye. Like
Yeah.
pork, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't cook enough of it.
Yeah.
I got it.
You know.
So that's one of my New Year's resolutions. I want to try to get my abs back. I want to say I can have it back by at least midway through the year. I want to finish writing another one of my books, which I'm really
Okay.
excited for. And I spend most of my time just tweaking the lore and shit like that, like the maps, the timelines, and so I got.
So you want to get something on paper?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's just tough, just trying to find the right words for everything. But so I got those two. I want to finish. I want to restart my history channel. I want to start doing
Nice.
that again. So that's for the content goal. And my other goal is just I want to build 2 apps and actually have them generating some kind of income.
Nice. I like it.
Those are my.
I think this is gonna be a good year. I mean, everything
got
for me is
lucky.
already. I think everything for me is already changing, right off the rip. Yep, and then I mean, like I get a better schedule, and we're doing this hard reset. I know.
Yeah,
I mean, the schedule is the biggest change, I think.
that's a pretty big change.
Yeah, because now, now I get out at 9:00.
Yeah.
I get out at 9 p.m.
That's
instead of 6
perfect.
in the morning, 5 in the morning.
It's perfect. It's perfect. So, Chris, you have an app idea?
I mean, I have a couple. I always have an app idea.
Well, a couple.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, the one I'm floating. You know, I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, patent pending.
Patent pending. Copyright. December 30th, 2024.
Yeah, listening to this is signing an NDA.
Yeah. Well, this is just me putting my, you know, intellectual property out there and for the world to know that it's my idea. So like, you know, like I'll tell you, my most recent idea was a Santa's List app. Right? So and it's pretty simple because like we're sitting there, we're like, dude, I wish I would have done a better job of like keeping notes throughout the year, right?
Yeah.
And I found like a couple like gift apps, but it was more like for budgeting or what. It was kind of weird,
Right?
like anything like Christmas focused. And so at its base, it's like, all right, you can just like create a list, right? And it should be shareable, so somebody can be like, oh, I can get that for them.
Yep.
And they tab it, and everybody gets the update. Okay, Scott is buying this for so and so. And then I want to get it to the point where like you could be walking into the store, like my kids, and they're like, "Oh, I want this," and you could just be like, instead of typing it out, you could be like, "All right, bar scan, boop." You know, it keeps the item, and it could track the price.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then it could, you know, because theoretically, if you have that UPC code, you could search the internet for the best price.
Yeah.
Or something as well. So that's kind of what I was thinking about lately.
I think that's a great idea. And then
helpful.
throughout the whole year, you can just scan or put it on.
Yeah. You can update it consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that it's like you don't need the barcode scan. Like that's a nice to have, but like it costs money every time you use it.
I didn't know that.
We were looking at the APIs. Yeah.
Yeah, and some of them it's like a monthly fee, but you can only use it so many times, right? It's like 5,000 times or 10.
Yep.
The more you pay, the more you can use it. But that's a lot of APIs, right? So that would be like you kind of have to, you got to build up to that. You know what I mean? That's a future feature, you know, or like you got to pay to use that kind of thing. And then the only other idea I thought of is like, and you know, I told, you know, Jordan was like, hey, you know, what's it called? Chrome extension or some kind of plugin for a web browser. So maybe if you're on a computer, like, oh shit, that's cool. You can mark it and it updates the app.
I only say that because, like, at work, that's all I'm doing right now. Is I'm on Chrome extensions, so I've been building many.
Yeah, Chrome extensions are dope. You know what I mean? Like, you could be on Amazon or eBay or Walmart and be like, "Oh, that's the toy they wanted." Instead of using like the bar scanner, you can have an extension that you can just utilize to update the app itself,
right?
Or mark something. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at. And I think it works better too because like it can be platform agnostic, right?
Right.
You know how people like create like lists and shit on like Amazon?
Yeah.
Then you're kind of tied to Amazon. This could be like, this is what they want. You go out and find it, or the app can be like, hey, here's the best price right now.
See, that's what I pretty much, because I've had like pretty much this whole month off. What I was doing, I was just making a silly app just to like keep my coding skills fresh and just learn some other things. But I've been building this one app, and I have to redo the database, but it's like almost done really. But it's just a share note thing.
Yeah.
Basically, you know, you got this like you can make notes because I just want things simple. And I use my Apple Notes all the time, like just to write things down because I just feel like it's easy and I can share it very easily across multiple platforms. So I can always have it with me. So I have this one where it's like pretty much the note thing. It keeps track of all your notes. You can pin it. You can delete it, all your notes. But the thing is, you can share it. So you can either invite by like email or QR code. You can determine if they are only read only or not, or they can have read it. They can read it. And the good thing is it's also real time. So if someone's like, you know, editing the note, you can follow along what they're doing. It has their little name there that they edit it. It has your edit history as well. If someone changes anything, upload it. But everything goes through the QR code really.
Yeah. Does it store it locally or is it storing it somewhere?
I have a database.
Server? Okay. Like, so there's an actual back end to it.
Yeah. So you can take it with you across multiple platforms if you want.
That's cool. It kind of sounds like Evernote. Isn't Evernote very similar?
Yeah,
or
Evernote.
At least it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be, but then it got a little complicated.
Yeah, that's the problem with
Now you
those,
gotta pay
man.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now you pay for it now.
that's the crappy thing about those like old school apps is like they started out so simple and easy to use, and then they felt like they had to continuously add features.
Right. So mine is just it's simple. That's what I just want. And when it's simple, you and your friends can type things out. You guys can keep track of things. You don't
Yeah.
need this whole like learning curve.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Are you gonna have like a web interface?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I got.
That's cool. You got any app ideas there? Big S.
Uh,
That's a no. All right, moving on.
have you guys been seeing what's going on? Like, have you guys been seeing anything on the internet lately?
The only thing I've been seeing is the MAGA Civil War.
Oh, that's been wild. It's been wild to watch.
The what Civil War?
The MAGA Civil War.
MAGA.
Oh yeah, hold on, yeah, explain that to me. What's going on there?
It's basically just the regular average Joe MAGA versus the tech bros.
Yes, that's
Isn't
100%.
the tech bros trying to take over?
I mean, they pretty much did take over, but I mean, the money. Someone has the money, and it ain't the regular average Joe MAGAs.
Yep.
But basically, this is what I've gotten from it. It's the fights over the H-1B visas. Basically, like, someone can live and work in America if they have a job lined up through H-1BC, and a lot of big companies take advantage of it. Basically, in theory, you can pay them less for the same work as an American, and you don't have to worry about unions. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. They can't really leave, because they get deported. So they aren't going to up and quit if they see something better,
Yeah, but isn't the thing is like there's like some foreigners that are just better at text than America?
Well, yeah. I mean, I find it ironic considering that a lot of the average Joe MAGAs are pissed off because they're just like, why don't you just, fill the role with like an American, and Elon and, Sachs are all just like, we only want, this is a meritocracy. You guys wanted a meritocracy, fuck DEI and all that shit, right? What happened? And it's just like, they just happen to have, better skills than you. They're smart. And it's just like, at the same time, they also want to gut the Department of Education. It's just like, you're not doing yourself any favors in this department over here.
But I mean, like,
But
are they? Well, is it different? Is it different between like DEI? Because like, isn't DEI basically say, hey, we're gonna hire you because you have a different race? Whereas like they're saying, hey,
is saying I'm gonna hire you just because you're American, not DEI too?
no, I thought you're saying the tech bros are saying, hey, this person is better at their job than you. It doesn't matter about the race. That's why we're hiring them.
Yeah, that's anti-DEI. That's just normal. That's just meritocracy.
Meritocracy, yeah. So you're saying, hey, they have a better skill set. But here's the thing. The counter argument there is, if an American is there with the same skill set as this H-1B person, you could pay them technically less than the American, so you're going to go with that guy because they cost less.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what's happening?
And you can also depend on their loyalty because they're in the country, because their employment is
tied to the job.
You're right.
Mm.
So in a way, it's a win-win for employees. See, this is what I was saying. Like the tech bros, they believe in America first as well, but their interpretation is America first, no matter what. Rich is most powerful. At all costs, America is number one. A lot of the average right MAGAs interpreted it as Americans first. And it's a little bit mutually exclusive.
I feel like this is a new issue. How did they handle it before Elon got there?
They didn't.
They
It didn't matter. It was all because like it was something. It was like what, a week ago or something, where they were like it doesn't matter. All it is the hard MAGites. Is that a word? MAGites?
MAGA.
On like Twitter, just being like taking a stand.
Mhm.
Be like, this not America first, because you're not putting Americans first. And it just like exploded exponentially.
Oh, really?
And then you had people like PBD and Elon and Vivek, who are all
Capitalists.
either immigrants or related to immigrants.
Yeah, I listen.
They're all businessmen who are like, hey, we want to attract the best skills. It shouldn't matter how we attract the talent. as long as we're bringing the best talent to America.
Mhm.
That's their counter argument.
Yeah.
And then for the MAGA guys, turns out it's not about illegal immigration. It's just about an immigration period. At least that's how they're coming off. Is like now it's like we don't want any immigrants,
Right.
Because
Wow.
too many Americans don't have jobs.
Mhm.
And then Elon's coming back and saying we'll get better, and you'll have jobs. Like that's literally what's happening. And
Yeah.
now they're like, and then they're going like, Elon was never MAGA.
Mhm.
Fuck Elon. And then Elon puts a tweet out there like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah. He like quoted
so-
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck. There was someone that was just like, someone made a meme that was just like, tech bros, we want to bring in all these, we want to bring in immigrants who are the highest of their skills in. And it's just like, MAGA American. But why don't you just put Americans in those jobs? And tech bro just goes, but they're too retarded to do the job. And Elon's just like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it is.
There's something suspicious about Elon.
Oh, now you guys are realizing it.
No, hold on, because like this guy.
Been trying to say for like the past year, don't trust Elon.
Hold on. I'm not saying don't trust him. I'm just saying like this guy, he's supposed to be like the #1 Diablo player. He runs so many businesses.
Strange, isn't it?
Hey,
And,
thanks for listening
and
to Bag Society.
he's
Check
always
us out
on
on
Twitter.
bagsocietypodcast.com for extras and
feel
follow
like- I
us
feel
on
like-
your
He's just a
favorite
genius,
podcast
man. He
providers.
does all of it. Hey!
Hold on. Here's the thing, right? There's 24 hours in the day for everybody. But this guy, it seems like there's like 100 hours in a day for him.
I mean, he's like notoriously doesn't sleep. He sleeps only like a couple hours a night.
He does sleep at his place of work usually.
He said, was it him that said if you get less than 6 hours of sleep?
There's nothing wrong with playing Diablo. The fact that he's one of the top Diablo players is what's a red flag for me. It's just like, how do you have that much time if you're running these 5 companies?
No, I agree with you. I agree.
If you're really the brains of the operation, quote
But then
unquote.
but then here's the thing: is you see him all over the place too. Like,
yeah,
he's always like at Mar-a-Lago or at some event.
yeah.
I mean, maybe he's got a time machine, dude.
There's something. I mean, here's the thing too, is I know he has government contracts. I know he's not allowed to talk about a lot of stuff.
Dude, that's the only reason his companies are afloat is our tax money.
Yeah, but that's every.
And now he gets to influence policy. I mean, that's not corrupt. That's not going to be like introduction to corruption or anything.
I mean, how's it any different than lobbying?
The lobbyist isn't in the government. I mean, he funded a
What?
presidential.
He's
He
not
pretty
in the
much
government.
made a presidential campaign happen. He pretty much elected a guy. Isn't that weird?
But hold on though, hold on.
But how's that any different than in the past? Just because it's more, I would just say it's more overt instead of behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, yeah, exactly.
I
Like, at
mean,
least he's upfront about it. Like
I'm just saying.
you kind of know what you're. I can't wait though because everybody's like, there's no schism between Trump and Elon. I'm like, these are two vain ass people. If Trump feels like Elon's taking all the credit, there's gonna be a split.
Well, I mean, like,
I don't think
No.
Trump is savvy enough to keep it in the background.
I think.
Elon is a master at taking credit.
But here's the thing. Did you guys listen to that interview with Elon and Trump when they first had that interview?
It was awful.
It was awful
Yeah.
because Elon didn't know how to shut up, or
Yeah, it wasn't really an
he kept talking
interview.
over Trump. Trump has some type of awareness where he's like, "Oh, this guy isn't going to shut up."
You know when
Trump-
you know when you put your fist in the air after you almost got shot? That was badass. That was badass.
I don't know what's going to end up happening, but I think
The only thing Elon wants to do is expand H-1B visas and cut the red tape. That's his big thing, is ending a lot of the regulation that has impeded his companies, especially SpaceX.
Not for what? SpaceX, what? Doesn't NASA pay for everything for SpaceX?
Yeah, but SpaceX still has to go through government regulations.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, NASA doesn't
the
pay for anything. NASA gives them a blank check, basically, but they don't always just pay for
Well, the
everything for
interesting thing about
SpaceX.
SpaceX is a lot of the regulations that they fight against is actually more state level, not federal all the time.
And we don't really know what Elon wants. He's not gonna go for the prize before Trump is even in office. You know what I
Elon
mean?
wants
Like,
clout. He wants to be the biggest celebrity in the world too.
I mean, he kind of is already. So
He's doing a good job of it, sure, but like he wants
biggest
more.
celebrity. He's the richest man. He's #1 in Diablo. He runs this man is Tony Stark.
He's in the government. He has the president's ear. The president owes him bigly, especially for all that money. And people still
Trump-
think Soros runs the world for some reason.
Because, I mean, dude.
I mean, how is this not
tell me,
Soros?
bro.
How is this not the Soros conspiracy?
Some of these conspiracies though are kind of true though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Soros was smart because he went local, where Elon was just like, I'm going to back the president.
And now he controls new media basically through Twitter. This man's all over.
But wasn't that like he wasn't actually supposed to get Twitter, right?
Well, he tried to back out of Twitter. It was supposed to be a joke. He just wanted the attention, and then he had to buy it, and then he turned it for himself.
Didn't they force him to get Twitter?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, like, dude, you gotta dude, it was a joke.
that's just how it works, though. You can't say I'm
No. What happened was he made an offer on Twitter,
exactly.
and then when he went through it, he said, I think all these are bots. And they were like,
No, there's even more bots.
well, yeah, there is more bots. But and so he's like, I think you're misrepresenting the value, and there's not that many users. And then so he tried to change his offer, and that's what got turned down.
Oh,
Was that he was like, hey, it's not worth this much. I want to pay
Yeah.
this.
yeah,
And they were like, no, you already made the offer.
yeah.
And then they took it to court, and then the courts were like, nah, you made the offer. It
Okay.
wasn't contingent upon this.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, he probably went there and was like, Twitter's dead. All of it's just bots. There's nobody on Twitter. Because I mean, like, who's on Twitter nowadays?
I mean, a lot of people are.
Now a lot of people. Before what's his name bought it, was there a lot of people on there or was it dead?
Yeah, there
There was a lot of people on it.
It just wasn't as big as like Facebook or anything.
Yeah,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
like
Twitter was
90% of the content was made by like 5% of the people.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
and also like there's like a lot of journalists and news
Mhm.
outlets, and, like,
Celebrities,
that's why you
politicians.
heard about it. Yeah, exactly. It was kind of like
Yeah, it was
I don't know,
right
it
away.
wasn't niche, but it was like in vogue. You know?
Yeah.
If you were somebody, you had a Twitter.
Yeah, if you, it was really the first app that you could actually tweet out to, someone who's normally unreachable.
Yeah,
Like you can tell the president to go fuck themselves, and they might see it.
Yeah.
but also you could get news out in a timely fashion.
Right.
Right.
That's why they were on it.
Yeah, good for breaking news.
Yeah. Where like Facebook isn't really built for that kind of thing.
Right.
It happens, but it's not built for it.
Isn't,
I mean, that was the thing.
isn't what's his name? Zuckerberg, isn't he like a big Trump supporter now too?
I wouldn't call him a big Trump supporter, but he bent the knee because he saw where the wind was blowing.
I mean,
He made a
I mean-
business decision.
they're all making business decisions.
Yeah.
Even like Bezos went to Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, this is all business decisions. If this is the dude for the next 4 years, and plus they have a lot to gain because I mean, like, look, Trump stacked his cabinet with like billionaires. I mean, this is their time, right? You can get
These
something
guys
out of this.
Yeah, these guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
If anything, they were smart not to go. Like, this is the first time Zuckerberg didn't really like go either way. He's like, I'm neutral. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then he's just like, all right, this is who's in power, so this is who I gotta make the deals with.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
probably
it's smart.
It is. He's
Yeah.
probably gonna buy Hawaii or something. Might as well finish the job.
Yeah, it kind of seems like. Sorry, we'll buy Greenland and he can buy Hawaii.
Oh my
We'll
god,
keep it
yeah.
at 50 states.
Maybe they'll give that to Bezos. Maybe he's brokering that. I wonder who gets Canada.
Ooh,
You gotta think about that one.
probably just Michigan.
Michigan.
What's wrong?
Michigan.
What's wrong with him?
They're not going to give it to Michigan. It has a Democrat governor. They're not going to give it to
That's
him.
fair. That's fair. Yeah, Michigan's on fire. I mean, Canada's on fire.
Yeah.
That place is kind of imploding in itself.
They have like he appointed like it's not really an official position, but there's like Trump's like appointed someone an intermediary between him and Trudeau, and it's the fucking bald guy from Shark Tank.
Kevin
Kevin O'Leary.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah. Mr. Wonderful. He's Canadian.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's Canadian. I mean,
But basically, they just want to take away. The end goal, it seems to be, is just combining the economy side of it. Like economically, there's no border. I think that's the real end goal there.
Yeah, but isn't that already kind of a thing with the last trade agreement?
Yeah, it should be with the Mexico,
Under
Canada,
Trump,
and
they had
United
that.
States. Yeah, but he wants to get rid of that for the tariffs for some reason.
Yeah, well, he's been threatening tariffs pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think he's just trying to build leverage over Canada. I mean, really, at the end of the day, like our major trading partners are Canada, Mexico, and China.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It should be wild with the China war, trade war.
China's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy. Like I said, hey, Trump won. At least the next 4 years won't be boring, right?
For sure. So here's what we got to look forward to over the next month. Carnivore. Trump taking office. And let's see.
And with Carter dead, he's gonna be taking office with flags half-mast.
I can't believe that guy died.
I know.
I can't believe
He
was
made it to 100.
old.
He made it to 100 though.
100
Break-
years old. I just love that ridiculous ad they ran where he's like, he's so excited to vote for Kamala.
It's like dead. This is like, and look at this proud man as they wheeled him out. He's just like catatonic, dude.
It was embarrassing.
It was bad.
Why do that to that guy?
I don't know. It was hilarious, man. I was dying, dude. This is probably gonna be Biden in 5-10 years.
At least Biden can walk. At least he can kind of walk. Dude, Jimmy Carter
He
was
was
literally comatose. He's staring up, mouth agape.
yeah.
No idea who he is. No idea who Kamala Harris is. If anything, maybe they're right. Maybe there is some fraudulent voting going on because there's no way that man voted with any cognizance.
Dude, that
What
shit
he
was
voted.
killing me when they wheeled him out. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Who
What
was
the
like,
fuck?
oh my God.
What has
Fire
Joe
that
Biden
person.
been up to? Let's see what Joe Biden's been up to.
He's been signing all the backlog bills right now. He just signed an anti-hazing bill, but Biden's been busy.
Okay.
He's been busy.
Well,
He's been busy.
His administration's been busy. He's been sleeping.
Well, I mean, he's the one signing those bills, whether you like it or not.
They created the auto pen for him. He ain't signing shit.
You got the No Corruption Act, the Native American Child Protection Act. He made the bald eagle officially the national bird.
He commuted all those murderers from death row.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're going.
Like- 37 people are no longer on death row.
Hell yeah.
Let this guy go in peace, man.
I love the conspiracy theories with like, all right, Biden's gonna resign with 1 month to go, so Kamala could be the first black woman president.
I wouldn't call that conspiracy. More of like, that was a hopium to like the diehard Blue Dog libs.
I'm
It didn't-
surprised. I'm surprised that didn't happen already. Honestly,
Maybe they'll do it like Jan 19th. She could be president for 1 day.
Dude, that would be wild. So she doesn't have to, or before January 6th, on January 5th, so she doesn't have to certify her own loss.
Yeah.
That was the only reason they wanted to do it, because she has to certify the election
Mhm.
as the vice president.
Oh, I got another one. Did you hear about the Matt Gaetz thing?
Dude, that
Oh,
guy.
what happened? Hold on.
What a
No.
piece of shit. that
He's-
guy is.
What did that guy do?
He was
He paid a
Didn't-
17-year-old for sex and drugs.
he's a Florida man. I mean, this is like, just investigate every politician coming out of Florida. They always have something weird going on.
So somebody leaked like the House ethics report on him, and MAG is freaking out. They're like, he's a diehard. He would never. He is a good person, a good Christian. I'm like, "No,
we said the lefts were pedos.
he's and he like admitted a lot of it. Like, he's admitted like, yeah, I did drugs, I did this. Like he's kind of just a degenerate. That's
Yeah.
really what he is.
Yeah,
If you
but-
saw like a few years ago, like his Tucker Carlson interview, when Tucker was just like, you have an accusation that you paid for sex of a 17-year-old girl. He's like, 17-year-old woman.
No.
He like, literally like cut him off to say woman.
All you gotta do is look at the guy, and you're like, yeah, degenerate. Like you could pick that man out of a frat lineup any day and be like, yep, you're the worst here.
Dude.
Like,
I know Kevin McCarthy is probably like so wasted celebrating that thing.
and then here's the thing, right? Like, so they were gonna make him AG, and then obviously they withdrew him, and then he's like, I'm not going to go back to Congress.
It was a good
And it's because of the report.
Yeah.
So he resigned from Congress, and now he's like, everybody's like, they should make you Speaker of the House. It's like, bro,
They wanted to make Elon Speaker of the House.
yeah, but that's just all those like dummies on X, like all the dummy MAGA guys. Like,
I mean, they're a dime a dozen.
there's a bunch of them out there, but there's like the handful of like, 15 or 20 of them that get a lot of. And the big thing is Laura Loomer's going against Elon.
She got banned for a little bit. She got her check mark revoked. Her whole organization.
Yeah, it's been it's pretty fun to watch.
Even bigger than Loomer, someone else went against him. Steve Bannon is against him.
Yeah, I don't really care about Steve Bannon.
I would say he has a little more influence than Laura Loomer.
I think he has more influence on Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, Laura Loomer also, like, everybody's saying that, she put out for Trump. So
that's my conspiracy theory.
I mean, a lot of conspiracy theories. But I think Steve Bannon. Well, also, I don't know. Bannon's such a weird character.
Who's Steve Bannon?
Steve Bannon he used to be like editor in chief of like the Breitbart.
Yeah.
He was one of Trump's early supporters. He was the dude like pretty much telling him what to say. He's the one he was really the architect of the whole right wing populism that was happening with the MAGA movement.
100%. Yeah. And then he went to jail for a little bit.
Yeah, because he defrauded on the build the wall thing, but then he got pardoned.
He did get a pardon. That's cool. And then you got like crazy people like Mike Flynn. Like that guy is.
Yeah. He started
the wall crazy.
He was the one that started to really feed the conspiracy theorists out there.
Yeah.
Like Trump was this like all-encompassing messiah for all their various conspiracy theories.
Yeah. But it's going to be an interesting month. Trump, we're going to be in the middle of carnivore when Trump gets inaugurated.
I say this is what we do. We just turn off all the noise, turn off all the TVs.
Oh, I can't do that.
Just meditate, carnivore, and then be present.
Be present.
Be present for the president.
How about this? We focus our awareness inward instead of outward.
Inward and outward.
Also, my last New Year's plan is I'm trying to learn German.
Ooh.
That's my other big one.
That's a good one.
How fast does it take you to? Yeah, but how fast does it take you to learn a language? Like that's your profession.
Depends on the language.
It depends. Well, it depends on the language. It depends on how much you use it. Honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, there's some people on YouTube like they learn languages in like 24 hours and they go and use it.
Well, but that's the thing is one, if you understand how languages work, right? If you can learn the rules.
Yeah.
You can learn some basic stuff. A lot of those guys, though, they just learn basic.
Right.
Basic. But the thing is, they go out and they use it. That's how you learn a language. You go out, you use it, you get corrected. Your brain's like, oh, that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You got to say it this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So the hardest part about learning a language is speaking. It to me, right? Like reading and writing, easiest part. Listening is difficult.
Yeah. Listening is extremely difficult.
Speaking is even harder because
I
you
speak English.
Well, because you try to translate it. Like in the beginning, you're like, how would I say this? And so you try to translate it from English instead of just speaking because languages are built on a thought process. You know what I mean? That's why every culture thinks differently and that's why they speak differently.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's some really interesting studies on how speech influences your thoughts. Right? Like some of those like really primitive tribes, because they don't have like past tense verbs or words. They don't believe in the past. They only look forward. They don't have a concept of like past things.
Right.
Neither do I.
But it's because of your language. So it's really interesting. Anyways,
Anyways, that's all the time we have left. Thank you so much for listening to the Back Society. This is Jay signing off.
This is it.
and C Money, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.